friends react to, he says, having a famous guy in the family, but to what it is you do, how do they feel?
They're so supportive. My family, like my close family and mates, they're very supportive. They're very supportive, and no one looks at it like famous, and it's not famous. And it's a fellow who's taken some pictures who turned out to be pretty good pictures, but there's no fame there or anything, and they don't see it like that or anything like that. It's pretty level-headed, and they're real level-headed kids, and they just, out of it all, they're just so happy and genuinely happy that I'm doing something that I love, and they know that I've got issues, and they know I've had issues, and they know, and I've told them everything. Even when they were kids, I told them I was a shit dad, straight up with this, and not hidden a thing from them. So they know the whole story, and they're just so supportive that I'm doing something I love, and yeah.
Awesome. And then the business side of it, you managed to turn it into a great business for South Australia. Tell us about how that. So did people request that, or how did it get into selling your prints?
Yeah. So a couple of photos I put up, I just had a bit of interest on people wanting to buy prints. So actually, what started is I made some canvases and put them up for auction to donate to the homeless. So by putting them up on auction, then I was getting messages, hey, do you sell stuff? And I was like, no, not yet. Right. Then the messages were coming regularly. I was like, what a perfect opportunity to, A, make some money to replace my drones that I smash, and B, to give to the people in need. So that's how it progressed from there, yeah. From auctioning off prints, auctioning off stuff for homeless to selling them, yeah.
Yep. And you've learnt to frame photography as well.
Yeah. I watch my mate do it, but he does all the hard yards, and he's done all the YouTubing. Again, he didn't do any courses or anything, but as you can tell with some of the frames here, they're immaculate, absolute. It took him a few to get it right, and but we do all the framing, cut all the glass, and do everything. Yeah, so it's all made in Australia.
What shots are your biggest sellers?
Cliffs, and it's hard to say the big sellers. People like a variety of things. I mean, I've got one that's a windmill on a sunrise. That's sold so many copies. This picture behind me, it's a row of trees. So people just got their own taste in what they want. But Cliffs is a good one because how could you not like it? Like, seriously, how could you not like it?
And you've been a great supporter of helping people in tough times. Based on your story, tell us exactly what those charities are that you're involved with now.
So there's mainly only two that I work with, and one is called Breakfast Bellies, which is in South Australia, and a couple that have done it hard in their life, living in cars, doing it bloody hard, who got their shit together, who now help out by making hampers and packages for people in need. And so I support them 100%. Like, it's not 100%. I support another person as well. But I like, for instance, I did that a conference last week. They're going to donate to a charity of my choice, so I choose them. So that's, I don't choose the big charities as much as I don't want to shit can the big charities, but they put me in some vulnerable positions when I was young, and I know it was back in the 90s, late 80s. I understand things are a little bit different, but getting boarded into a house with 4 old men or something, it's not the ideal thing for a 13-year-old kid. But I mean, so I look for the small ones. There's a lady in Melbourne, amazing person, never met her, never spoken to her on the phone. Come across her page, I can't remember what her page is, community, so I can't remember what her page is. I donate regularly. She put up a post, I said I'd like to donate, blah, blah, blah. And last night donate, just regularly, just she'll put up a post, anyone out there, I need some kids snacks for breakfast or whatever. So she runs a pantry in a house that she stocks for herself, for her own money, that the homeless can come and just help themselves to what's in the pantry, whether it's baked beans, 2-minute noodles, or whatever. And that just hit my heart. As soon as I read that, I was like, I'm jumping on board with this chick. And so yeah, I try and help her out as much as possible. And just last night she put up a post that a 12-year-old kid has saved $2 a week out of their pocket money, and every time they reach $20, they look for a charity to donate, and they donated a heap of chips and biscuits, $20 worth of chips and biscuits and blah blah blah. This is a 12-year-old kid. That's parenting goals right there, like, you know, A grade stuff. And straight away read it, I was like, that young fella needs rewarding. Like, that's just brilliant. So I straight away sent a message, I've got to reward him. And she always tries to tell me, so don't start, I need to reward him, blah blah. Anyway, long story short is that the mother doesn't want him to be rewarded. She said this is all part of the learning. He gets spoiled, like, she wasn't being, you know, he gets spoiled, he gets looked after, don't worry about it. He doesn't need anything. I'd rather it's something to go to need. So what we did with Rachel's her name, this lady that runs this community pantry, I think it's called, the page, is like, so, right, I'll send you a gift card, Big W gift card. You tell this young 12-year-old Max that this gift card is going to someone in need because of what you're doing. I said it's got to be stressed that he knows that what he's doing is good. And I'm sure he does, but it's just good when someone else outside tells you that you're doing a good thing. So they're the two that I go for. And the rest are just randoms. The rest is, this week I'm going to put up a $500 giveaway to a school that does breakfast clubs. So I just put up a post, give me, and the only reason I put up a post, I can find a school that does breakfast clubs. But the only reason I put up a post is so just to reassure people that the money is, you know, I don't put it up all the time. I spent $500 last week on homeless or whatever. I don't put up a post about it. People don't need to know everything that goes on, but I just like to put up one just so people know that it is happening. So just spasmodic stuff. I do random. I see posts on Facebook, just random people I don't even know, and just, I've got to help that person. It's just part of life.
It's great, Ben. Yeah, we're nearly done. Just the last, before the pieces to camera about the truck show as an ambassador, just your thoughts on it. Like, you've never been to a truck show?
No.
Yeah. Tell us what you're thinking it's going to be like, or what the feelings. Sorry, what are the feelings like that you're going into it next year? As the first.
To be honoured, you know what? Honoured to be asked to do something like this. Like, seriously, like, absolute. Who gets asked to be an ambassador at a truck show? I mean, like, there's no way I would have thought this would have happened. So, the nervous, obviously, like, you know, and but so excited to be part of something good, and sending out a positive vibe for the trucking industry as well, because the trucking industry doesn't always have a good name. And it does. There's rat bags out there. There's rat bags in the industry, and unfortunately, sometimes we all get labelled that. And so it's going to be good to show people that some people go through some shit, but they come out all right, and it's because of transport. So I'm just excited to have a crack. Really, just another phase in the process of the drone way, and I'm excited. I really am, and to be doing it with a great bunch of blokes. I'm looking forward to it.
You still planning to drive up and?
I think so.
Some stops along the way?
Oh, absolutely. The drones, definitely. I don't know. I think the show goes for 4 days. If I'm right, I'll be 2 weeks up there. And I've been to Brisbane before, did a bit of droning around the north coast, up Sunshine Coast and Noosa and all that. But there's so much I missed, and I'll be making kill 2 birds with 1 stone, mate. So I'll be there.
Beauty. The last one, people will be keen to say good day. Can you just, so we'll turn that into a question. You meet a lot of personalities at conferences and events like this.
Definitely.
Tell us a little bit about what you're hoping to bring, you know, in terms of meeting new people.
Biggest thing is probably biggest thing of meeting new people and being part of my story is to make awareness of doing little things, just little things, even buying someone a coffee or whatever. I mean, it's all going to be about transport and the trucks and what I do, and also, but my message I want to spread is be a good person, and help people when you can, because that person's going to be so grateful forever for that, just that little bit of help. So that's what drives me to do these sort of things, and it does, is to spread the good word and to put out a word of, there's people out there that want to help, and there's a lot of people who are doing shit times, and if everyone just did something good each day for someone, the world would be a better place. So that's probably my goal for doing all of this to do all this. That's what this is. The Drone Way is that this is what it's all about. It's helping people. So yeah, that's that.
Beauty. Yeah, the rest is just as your ambassador.
That all right?
That's great.